welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. I'm Jessica, and today I'm doing a Wip Chat. If you're new here and you don't know what WIP stands for, it stands for Work in Progress. And what normally happens during a Wip Chat is that you can bring out your own whip, or you could do like chores, you could drive around, you could even just sit on the couch and just sit there and listen to me ramble about what's been going on in my week. With that being said, I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be my third attempt doing this Whip and Chat this week. It has been a struggle. um, so if there's not a Whip and Chat this week, that's why. But yeah, I'll get more into that in just a minute. But for anyone who's curious, I am working on Poinsettia Pixie. I am almost done. We got I know it's a little I got two sections that I'm working here because I wasn't expecting to really do a Whip and Chat at the moment to be honest, because had my like little method I was like trying to do. Since I was in crunch time, I'm just like, let's try and go by color in the for every couple of sections right now because I'm trying to get this done before Christmas, and it is the 22nd. So it's Friday the 22nd, and yeah, I'm trying to get this done before Christmas. I mean, like, and it's crunch time probably for a lot of you guys too, for like just if for people who are celebrating Christmas, that there's trying to get things done and everything, and so yeah, let me go into why this video is probably going to be released really late tonight or really early tomorrow. So it'll either be Friday night or it's going to be Saturday morning. We'll see. So oh, first off, I want to show you a brand new pin that I just got. Okay, I just got this in the mail today, and I couldn't wait. So I got this from Orion's a bright. I'm going to put the link down below because the words are escaping my mouth right now. But I was hoping to get like a pastel rainbow pin. And there's always like the warnings, like none of the colors are going to be the same or anything, and it still came out really, really pretty. It's just not completely rainbow, as you guys can see, but it still looks really good, and I can still use it for other things. And I may in the future try and see if I can get an actual pastel rainbow pin, because I really want one. I want to have one with all the colors, and I'm like, but I'll take what I can get right now. But I really like this. I picked out the shape and everything, so it's super sparkly, as you guys can tell. I got my overhead light on as well, because we're losing light. It's a little bit later in the evening. My husband's going to be going out soon to pick up pizza for us. So there's probably going to be like, you'll hear like a lot of background traffic. I have my kids home. But yeah, let's get into what's been going on. So this week has been kind of a difficult week in a way. I didn't have a lot of energy after I got my injection last week. I had a lot of energy, and then it kind of dwindled right around Monday to Tuesday-ish. And that's when it started getting really cold in this area. The temperatures dropped by a lot. So it was just like, think about it. It was like here it was like mid 60s or something, like I think on Saturday it was like really raining and stuff. And then right after it drops down to feeling like 19 degrees on Monday morning, and and I'm dropping stuff. I'm already dropping stuff. But goodness words. But yeah, it's just like, so my joints started hurting. I had a hard time moving around, and it was I had a hard time holding things, and I really overdid it last weekend, to be honest, after my last Whip Chat. I kind of went really hard on this. As you guys can see, I'm almost completely done. I was like, one night, like one of the days, I think it was like Saturday, I did like 4 sections. It took me all day, but I got through 4 sections. And then the next day I did like three. And then Monday I did two. So, and it kind of dwindled off like 2 to 3 as much as I could. And I'm probably gonna take a break after Christmas, just to be honest, on diamond painting for just a minute to rest my hand. But I really want to get this done. I want to make sure it's done from so I can finish it with jingle drill. So, but anyway, so yeah, I was hurting. I didn't have a chance to do much recording because it was hard to grasp things. And as you can see, I did drop a pen just now. I've my hands haven't been the best at holding objects as of yet, as of late, this week with how the temperatures have been just so cold. So it's just I had a hard time, and I didn't want to be dropping dropping unbox like when I'm trying to unbox things and I'm just dropping things all over the place. I mean, it's funny, but at the same time it gets a little frustrating for me. And it was kind of, oh, someone's car alarm went off. Like I said, it's the evening, so there's going to be a lot of noises going on. So I really didn't have a chance to do that. But I did let you guys know that it's things are going to be a bit harder for me. I really want to try and get an unboxing done. They're, before Christmas. But it's probably going to be after Christmas because the weather has warmed up. Today's actually like in like 59 degrees now. It was like 34 in the morning and it went up to 59. And then I looked at the weather and now it's going to be all 60s and I think at one point mid 60s. So yeah, it's probably going to be, I'm going to not hurt as much. So hopefully, cross your fingers, because there's a couple of my Black Friday kits that I want to unbox. Like I have Blueberry Fairy I want to look into. Of course, you guys know I love my fairies. And then Catch Me, I want to get into that one. Because that one's, I really want to get a good look at it. I want to get a close look at it. I saw someone else unboxing it. Goodness, I think it was Simons and Washi that was unboxing it. Like she was doing all like a huge thing of unboxings, and I was just like, I really want to dig into mine now. I really want to get a close look at mine. One of the reasons why I bought it was because I don't know if my son's going to like it or not, and he doesn't have to have it in his room. Sometimes he surprises me, but he's really into Kirby. And what caught my eye was that there was a Kirby plushie in there. So, and of course, along with the Moonstick from Sailor Moon, there was Pokemon. There was like all sorts of little little cute things in there. So, but I thought the Kirby thing would be something he would be into. But if not, I can have it. It's mine. It's not a big deal. I grabbed it mostly for me anyway. But yeah. Anyway, so one of the things was my hand's been hurting, so okay, unboxings aren't going to happen. And then I was like, well, I'm getting my second B12 shots yesterday. What I can do is wait. I have enough time to do a Whip Chat. It was my thought process. I'm like, I'll have enough energy, and it's so funny how fast you get energy from after the injection and everything. So I was like, okay, we're gonna go in. It's literally like less than 10 minutes. We're gonna drive there, go in, get the shot, drive back, and I can start the whole thing before 11 o'clock. Well, not 11 o'clock. Before 11:30, I can start recording and have plenty of time to work on this and get done. So I was like, that's my thought process, and that's how it did go. We got Starbucks. I even showed you guys, like, I got a peppermint frappuccino. And yeah, I know, I'm complaining about how cold it was. And I do like the cold. I do like the cold a lot more than I like the heat. It's just that my joints don't like the cold. My joints hate the cold. But I was enjoying my Frappuccino while I was talking to you guys yesterday. So it's going to be hard to figure out what I talked to you guys and all because I threw away the list. I had a list and I threw it away. I was even prepared. Um, but I don't know if I just got frazzled yesterday because a lot of stuff happened. After my appointment, I came home, I set up, I literally sat down, I started recording. I had my space heater going on in the background, and then I get a phone call from school, and I'm just like, oh God, what now, right? So I stop everything. I literally just finished the intro, I was like getting into it, just about to get into my whole spiel and school calls, and I'm like, okay, it's either Nicole's school or it's the twins' school. I'm like, because that's the only I haven't really put the caller ID in, so I couldn't recognize which school it was. So it was Nicole's school. And she was complaining earlier of that day, like yesterday morning when she woke up. It took her a while to get ready, and she was just complaining of a sore throat. She didn't have a fever or anything like that. So I made the executive decision to send her to school. She's already missed quite a lot of days, and I know that some of you guys would be like, well, I wouldn't send my kid to school. And I understand that. But I was like, okay, we're just have a sore throat. You kind of feel a little icky, but you have no fever, and it's just sore. We're really on the right at the end of the whole bit of last like today was the last day of school. It was a half day today, actually. I'm like, you're going to school. You're not staying home. So, come to find out, she has a very low grade fever. When she was at school, her fever came up like I said, she had no fever and it came up and became a fever like low grade, and the not enough to send her to school, send her home is what the nurse said, and I was just like, but the what happened was her teacher sent her to the office because she looked miserable, so like saying that she looked really bad off, um, so the nurse is all like, what would you like to do? And I'm just like, I really don't, want to be picking her up, because she can't afford to miss more school. But if she's as miserable as she says, I'm not going to let the kids suffer, right? Um, and so it's just like, okay. Normally, most of the time, whenever the kids call and it's bad enough that it needs to be called, I always pick them up. I think there was like one time we didn't pick up our kids. I think it was just once, and it was just over something really ridiculous. Um, and I just my husband said, no, we're not picking them up. They can stay in school. I don't even remember what it was. Let's see. We're gonna start going like this way. And I'm sorry if I'm all sniffly. But yeah, so I was like, okay, well, I'll do my whip and chat when I get back home. So, we got her back home, got her settled down, gave her some lunch because she hadn't had any lunch at school. Um, Made sure she had, she was bundled up and everything. And then I was like, okay, you good, kid? All right, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to do my whip and chat, right? And I put my happy butt up here and I started talking to you guys, and everything was fine. I had a nice chat with you and everything, and I was like, okay, and I completely forgot to kind of edit my video and everything with how my oldest husband was feeling, was kind of talking to her and hanging out with her for a bit, and I come to find out, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna edit my video today. I'm gonna upload it, and I start doing my whole thing, settling down. I'm like, I brought all of this downstairs, and there's no sound on my video. Now, I double checked this time. I was like, okay, there's sound on my video. So I don't know if I yesterday in my hurry to turn everything off that I jostled something loose. So I double checked everything. I did a testing, just to see if there was still sound, and I see that the volume is spiking on it. So, it feels like it's good. So, cross your fingers. So yeah, and then Nicole stayed home today. So we had her stay home, the poor kid. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing the back and forth thing today since that's what I was doing originally. So I'm gonna try and finish these two sections. I'm just kind of like I'm really in a rush. I want to get this done. And what's going to be funny is after I'm done with this video, I'm going to call my husband to help me carry all of this back downstairs so that way I can finish these last 5 sections down here at the last row. And then like if I don't finish this beforehand. Um, and let's see. So not a lot has gone on this week because of how much pain I have been in, but yeah, we've been doing a couple of things. Been like I said, it's kind of like getting crunch time with Christmas and getting things done. Um, let's see. Man, I don't remember what I talked to you guys about yesterday. I know I talked to you guys about a lot of stuff. I just don't remember what. Oh, we did go to Walmart this morning, and I got myself. I decided to try out because I normally drink sparkling ice. I decided to get this can with the caffeine in it, like because I need the caffeine to stay awake today. But yeah, it's just been. I've been just doing a lot of finishing up the last bits. One of the presents we had to reorder because it was the wrong size. It said it was supposed to be the same size as two of the other presents that we got, and it was a big discrepancy. I'm like, this is meant for a toddler. So we're gonna give that to one of my friends, like one of my neighbors here. They can use it for their kid because they have like a 2-year-old. So I'm like, yeah, that will work for her. So I'm going to be doing that. Let's see, number 7. So we had to do that. So we had a last minute thing. We had over the weekend. I had my in-laws come over. My husband invited them over because it was my mother-in-law's birthday. Her birthday was last Friday. I have to think about it. I think it was Saturday. Saturday, yeah, because I have to figure out when's the 16th. Days have been blending in, guys. But anyway, she came over. We celebrated her birthday. What was funny was we ordered groceries. We ordered groceries to go pick up, so we didn't have to go into the store because we're kind of lazy like that now. It's so much more convenient to do that, but now it's been becoming more and more problematic ordering the groceries online. So it was he wanted to make her ribs for her birthday, and they didn't have any ribs at all, so like they refunded us the ribs. So my husband was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go in and see what my options are. So so he decided to do that the next day to go in because it was already late enough that day. And and it was just like it was a frustrating thing for him. I felt bad because he didn't want to have to go in the store. The whole point of not going in the store was the whole point of ordering the groceries was not to go into the store. So, but I think this is where I kind of flipped up a little bit, and I'm kind of worried that the kids might do this again this weekend, especially since it's Christmas weekend. Saturday. I come downstairs early. I'm kind of in a little bit of pain, so I come downstairs just to really go and get some Tylenol and some ibuprofen, and to kind of just sit there for a minute you know to try and start being able to move. And Michael and Jana comes downstairs, and they're all like, "We're hungry. Give us breakfast." I'm like, "Where's my please?" Say please. And and I go and make them breakfast. My husband's still asleep on the couch. I'm like, okay, I'll just let him sleep. It was like 8:30, and I kind of let him lay there for a bit. The kids did wake him up a little bit, and Jaina wanted cuddles like she normally does. So he was cuddling with her for a minute, and then she went upstairs to do a thing, and I go, okay, it's time to get up, hun. It is almost 11 o'clock, and he's like, no, I don't wanna. It's warm and comfy, and I start being a big jerk. It's still funny. I know, it's so mean, but it's so funny at the same time, guys. So I pulled the blankets off him. I go, all right, time to get up. And he's like, no, I'm cold. No, not fair. And I'm like, and he's just like, he's grabbing pillows and blankets to kind of try and keep him warm. And I slowly, over, the course of, 20 minutes, start pulling off couch cushions. Like he had these couch pillows to help him a bit. I pulled those off. I wait a little bit when he moved because he was like holding on to a pillow, and like when he shifted, I went yoink and pulled that out, and it got to the point he had nothing but just the normal couch to lay on. And I'm like, time to wake up, hun. And he's like, no, I don't want to wake up. I'm like, nope, time to get your butt out of bed. It's 11 o'clock. I let you sleep in long enough. I was just, he and I were joking around. We're teasing each other. And at that point, Michael goes, I'll cuddle with you, Daddy, to keep you warm. And he's like, yay, that's so awesome. Thank you, Michael. Right? So Michael gets all settled. And I had the most evil thought, guys. I go, hey, Michael, because the kids were asking for candy. I'm like, hey, Michael. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I'll give you 2 pieces of candy if you stop cuddling with Daddy. And I didn't expect this kid to jump up so fast, but he did. He's like, candy? And he abandoned my husband like that. And my husband's just like, whack! That's not fair. And he goes, I didn't even have a chance to give him a counter offer. I was going to offer 3 pieces of candy. I'm like, oh, I win. But yeah, it got him up for the day. He got up, and I'm like, and I told him at that point, I'm like, remember you said you have to go to was it the grocery store that day? I think it was. Yeah, I'm like, remember you said you have to go to the grocery store so that way you can check to see if they actually have ribs or not. He goes, yeah. I'm like, you said you didn't want to get there at 4:00 in the afternoon. I'm like, remember? He goes, yeah. So he got his butt up. He went upstairs and took a shower and went to the store to see if they had any ribs, which, like I said, they didn't. So we went on a backup plan to do, he made chicken pot pie. And we got all settled and had that as her birthday dinner instead, which was very good and delicious. He didn't have all the ingredients because the store didn't have everything, but it was still a pretty good dish. And he was sweet. At least I'm going to say he was sweet, even after I was so mean, because he didn't put peas in it. Peas are like the bane of my existence. I hate peas with a passion. I will eat a couple of peas so that way I can show my kids, hey, eat your vegetables. But after a while, I will like start picking them out of my dish if I can. And my husband, he loves peas, and like, there's been a couple of times when he makes chicken pot pie. It's just that every bite is just a mouthful of peas with, bits of everything else. And I'm just like, no, I don't want peas this time. Or just put a little bit of peas. So I don't know if he forgoed the peas because of me, or because there wasn't any at this like any frozen peas at the store, because he doesn't want to get canned peas. At all, because yuck. I do not like canned peas, guys. Like, if I have to eat peas, I would rather them be frozen over canned. Some of this putty, might have to change this putty out, because it's starting to stick to the canvas a little bit. But anyway, here's why I might be a bit more of a jerk or evil. So one Sunday, to the day where my husband has to prep and make dinner for his mom, the kids decided they did monkey see, monkey do. So they did the exact same thing I did to him. I wasn't downstairs this time. I was sleeping in. Yeah, I got to sleep in, guys. um, so I was sleeping in this time. I was upstairs, sleeping in, and then usually my sleeping in is waking up at 8 o'clock, and because Michael and Jane are as loud as possibly can be, and I'm telling them to, hey, can we have an indoor voice? You guys can talk to each other, but let's not be loud. That kind of stuff. So usually I'm already awake at that point. Um, but they decided to go downstairs and bother their daddy, and they were like, "We're hungry. Feed us breakfast." Where's the please, right, guys? Where's my please? But anyway, they did the same exact thing that I did. But they weren't as kind as I was. I mean, like, if you could say what I did was kind, I didn't like tear it off completely. Rip it off of him in a dead sleep, because he was awake when I start pulling everything off. No, they start pulling things off as he's like just waking up, like, because they're like, "Daddy, we're hungry. Feed us breakfast." And we have our cereal like up high where they can't reach it. Our oldest can, so Nicole's able to reach it. And my stomach's growling, so I am so sorry if you guys can hear my stomach growling. I hope not. It was a little bit of a loud growl. I haven't really ate much today. um, I know I should, but it's been just such a busy day today, guys, that I've been just kind of like all over the place, which is why it's like I'm recording very late now. Let's see. Let's continue on with filling in the poinsettia right now. I'm going to try and finish at least this and then go to her skin. Um, okay. Yep. That's okay. Um, so yeah, they did the exact same thing I did. And I'm like, I was just like, oh my God. So like when I came downstairs at 10:30, my husband was back in bed, cuddling underneath the blanket again, but he was awake enough to tell me what happened, and I start laughing. I died laughing. I can't help myself. I was like, it was so funny to me, and he's like, "It's not funny." I'm like, "It's hilarious." What are you talking about? And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be serious. Right? I called the kids over. I'm like, okay. I'm like, guys, what I did, that's something that mommy and daddy does with each other. I'm like, let's not, let's not do that to daddy, all right? Let's not be mean. Just, mildly shake him awake, don't start pulling stuff off him. And then my husband says the words. See, I was going to stop it there, not do anything else. I was having a hard time not smiling, all that. So I was trying to be good, okay? And then my husband's like, "And this is where you're going to high five them, right?" Well, I wasn't going to, but now that you mention it, high five, guys, high five, high five. So I high fived them. And he's just like, "Man, my whole family's against me." I'm like, "Well, I wasn't going to until you said that." I was trying to be nice. um, so yeah, they haven't done it this whole week, but that's because we've been waking up. We're the ones waking them up instead. Um, so, so hopefully they won't be doing that tomorrow. Hopefully they won't be doing that to me. It probably be payback though if they do that with me. But man, today has like it's just been all over the place with us today, guys. So goodness. Let's see. Some of the things that has happened. So we had to wake up early, like I said. Today was a half day for school, so we had to do some stuff. My husband and I made a game plan because we're going to try and get lasagna done this week. We like to do lasagna for Christmas, and the in-laws are coming over again for Christmas Eve. So trying to get all settled for that. And we were like, we had to get a couple things for Christmas. We had to get like candy and stuff, just so you guys know. I'm sure you guys know what for, so I don't want to talk about too much because I have little ears listening right now. But excuse me. But we had to fill some stuff up, so we went to Walmart, and we haven't been to Walmart in a hot minute, just so you guys know. Um, let's see. It's like anytime we have done a Walmart run, it's been to like mostly to just we did a pickup, but we haven't really done any pickup at Walmart or gone to Walmart in a long time. And because we've been mostly doing Food Line, so but I was like, let's do Walmart. We need to get. I have a feeling that they have a lot more stuff. So when we got there, it was I asked Nicole to, I made sure she was okay. um I had let her stay home because she's not feeling good, so she got to stay home a little bit. She slept in. I said, hey, just so you know, me and Daddy are going to go to Walmart. We'll be right back. We're going to drop off your brother and sister at school and go straight there, and then we'll come home as soon as possible. And she has her phone, so she, it wasn't even, we weren't out very long. We were like, it was like an hour and a half. So she even messaged us to, like, as we were checking out, she messaged us going, hey, I'm hungry. I'm like, what is with our kids? She was like, can I make my oatmeal? And I'm like, yeah, you can make oatmeal. Like, my husband's like, yeah, go ahead, make oatmeal. We'll be home like in less than so many minutes. So she got to have a little taste of freedom, guys. I don't know if I want to keep doing that because she likes it. She was like, it was nice being by myself. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna happen too often, kid. We needed to make this trip, so it's like, no, you're not, it's not happening too much. Let's see, what other colors I'm gonna leave the ABs alone for the minute. Let's see. Let's work on this side for a quick minute. All right. So, man, but yeah, Walmart was, it was interesting. They completely renovated. So, like, the pickup for groceries is in a completely different area. Like, they completely moved everything. So, like, the pharmacy is now in a whole new place. The toy areas, and like, they rearranged the whole thing. So I was like, okay, can't find anything for stockings. Okay. Well, let's just make a big circuit. I hated doing that because I just wanted to get in and get out, and that didn't work. So so I went left. If I just went right, the stocking stuffer stuff would have been right there in front of my eyes. But no, I decided to go left. But yeah, so like we went left, but before we went left, there were some blankets and throw blankets and stuff, and it's been so long since I bought myself a Christmas blanket and everything. So I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get this. It's so soft, guys. It's really soft and it's so cute. I love it. It's bright red though. But it's just like has a lot of words on it. It's like going to keep me warm and everything. I love it so much. Although my cat blanket that I have is a bit thicker, so I was like, hey, it's perfect. One's thinner than the other, so like depending on how cold it is, I can use one, or if it's too cold, I can use the cat blanket. So, let's see. So yeah, but man, it felt like a big journey walking all over Walmart. I was able to be really nice to all three of the kids because I've been trying to order the candy cane body wash for them, and it's always been out empty. Like last year, I couldn't get them anything, and I don't really want them to use my Bath and Body Works peppermint twist stuff because that stuff's expensive, and they're not the most kind with a body wash sometimes. So I was able to find two. Let me see if there's anything else in here. I was able to find two of the candy canes there. They had two left. There was one that was sticking out where I could see it, And when my husband grabbed it, he goes, "It doesn't look like there's anything else." And then I like kind of like bent a little bit as much as I could, and I'm like, "Nope, there's more. There's one more." I'm like, "Grab that last one." So they got their own peppermint smelling body wash. So they are ecstatic about that, by the way. um, and but man, yeah, the whole thing was just so confusing. We went all over Walmart, like just trying to find everything, just trying to figure out stuff. And although I don't know why we're bothering, because it's, we're probably not going to be stepping into a Walmart anytime soon again. But yeah, it's whatever. uh, but um, but yeah, I had to get more ibuprofen because I'm out. What a surprise! Someone who's been having to take ibuprofen almost every day because of her pain is out. So yeah, I had to get some more of that for to restock. And I kind of was like curious if I should restock Tylenol too, like kids Tylenol, because I'm like, is we're probably gonna need this again if there's another wave of illness coming around. I'm pretty sure there's going to be another wave. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it was just like it was a lot though. It was just like I had Pokemon Go going on, so I like in my pocket. I had that going on, and it almost filled up the entire thing for me, like some of my walking stuff that I needed. I'm like, hey, awesome! I needed that, but man, I was so sore when we were done though. But one of the things I won a thing. I won a little argument. So, those Loft House cookies? My husband hates them. Hates them with a passion, right? I love them. It's my guilty pleasure. I don't care if they're nasty to you guys or anything like that. I love them, right? I saw that was one of my goals. It was just like I was going to get stocking stuff and Loft House cookies. Those were my big goals. I'm doing that. That was my I was like my focus. And then of course get things for lasagna. So we are stocked up on lasagna stuff right now. Goodness gracious. So goodness. So I got the cookies. My husband turns around because he's like wandering all over the place to go get stuff, since I'm slow. I'm moving, I was like really starting to slow down right at the end. So I was kind of left to my own devices sometimes, although I did have to wait for him a couple of times so he could grab things off of a shelf for me, because I was having a hard time like stretching my arm out to get things, because pain, so so when he came back, he saw what was in the cart and he goes, "No, put that abomination back." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Santa Claus wants these cookies." He's like, "Santa Claus does not want those cookies." I'm like, "Santa wants it and I want it." He goes, "No, it's just you that wants it." I'm like, "No, Santa, this is one of Santa's favorite cookies. Believe me, I know." He goes, "I wonder how you know." I'm like, "I have it on great authority that these are one of Santa's favorite cookies." I won, so it's in the car. It stayed in the cart. He tried to keep constantly like take it out, and I'm like, "You keep that in. You keep that back in. No, you do not take it out." Like when we were checking out, he's trying to put it to the side. He goes, "It doesn't belong here." Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And then, when we were putting up the groceries, he told me to go ahead and go in the car because I was starting to hurt a bit. And when he got in the car, he's like, I left the cookies in the cart." I'm like, "No, go get those." He goes, "I'm joking. They're not in the cart. They're in the car." I'm like, "Okay, it better be in the car when we get home." They were, and then I immediately opened one. I immediately opened the packet and then I started eating one once we put up groceries. He's like, "You are so gross." I'm like, "These are so good." He's like, "So gross." He goes, "You have no taste in cookies." I'm like, my guilty pleasure. Yum. um, but yeah, it was just it was like it was just it was so funny because we got home. It was 9 o'clock, right? It was 9 o'clock when by the time we got home, and Nicole's feeling so much better. I'm like, okay, well that's good that it wasn't. It's not going to last very long, so she feels better. Her throat's still sore, but not too bad. She was kind of yesterday going on about how it has to be strep throat, and everything. I'm like, no, no, it's not. It's not. You would be a lot worse shape, kid. Believe me, I have gone through strep throat so many times. I would know a little bit. Um, Although I do know that it can be differing from person to person, but I knew I had a feeling it wasn't that. And yeah, she's perfectly fine now. She's feeling so much better today. She's hoping she can have a sleepover with her friend. Either this weekend, before Christmas, so she's hoping tomorrow there's a sleepover or something like that. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Although if it is, got to figure out what to do for the sleepover. We'll see. um, Goodness. But yeah. So yeah, we got home at 9, and oh my goodness. So we didn't really have much time. I didn't really edit or anything like that. I didn't have time to edit. I kind of just sat down. If I did start editing though, I would have been able to catch this a whole lot sooner. Because I had it all uploaded and stuff like that. I was just going to, do a quick, okay, check it out, and then like post it. I'm glad that I took a bit more time to this time around, because I was like in a little bit of a rush, and I wanted to do a second listen through, and I'm like, wait, where's the sound? Wait, what's going on? So. But yeah, we had to go and pick up our kids because it was a half day, so it was like 10:30. We went out and started getting. We got them, and here's like we see Jana running back into the school, and we're like, what's going on? I'm like, okay, she might have forgot something, but no, her teacher told her to go grab something from her office, like from her room, and it was like really close by, and it was apparently cookies. So like her GT teacher, her gifted and talented teacher, said go get this thing, and she told us to take cookies home, and then the woman like went, "That's going to be bad for my waistline. You guys got to take it and share it with the entire family." I'm like, "And you don't think it's going to be bad for my waistline?" I mean, like, what waistline at this point, to be honest. But I'm trying. Even though I snacked on 2 cookies already today. But we're not going to talk about that. It's Chris. We're going to say it's holiday. Holiday food doesn't count until after the holidays. At least that's what it's going to be like right now. But yeah, so when we picked her up, she's like, "I'm all sugared out. I can't have any more candy." And then when we got home, she's like telling us that they ate like Pop-Tarts. It was like a breakfast kind of party today. They had like little breakfast party. So they had Pop-Tarts. They had confetti strawberry blueberry muffins. There was like little sausages. Let's see, what else was it? They had like all sorts of sweets, like candy canes, and let's see, like she just got sugared upon sugar, and she goes, "I felt like I was going to throw up." And I'm like, "How much sugar did you eat to that point?" Because this kid, she's basically my double with sweets, right? She loves sweets just as much as I do. I'm like, how much did it take for you to get sick of eating candy? Well, it didn't last very long, to be honest, but she was, when we made her lunch, she was saying, she goes, "I'm not hungry. My stomach hurts too much." I'm like, "Okay, you don't have to eat, anything until, you get, until your tummy feels better." And, I told my husband, I'm like, "Man, I'm really wiped out from the whole trip with Walmart and stuff because a lot of times when we get home I tried to take a small nap to try and catch up on some sleep, but I didn't have a chance to do that today. So I was just like, I'm feeling really wiped out. I'm gonna go. I am so sorry about my stomach. That had to be caught on audio. Good lord. that I am so sorry about that rumble. uh, oh my goodness. I probably should wrap this up instead. But I will in just a minute. So I told my husband, I'm like, I'm so sleepy, guys. I'm so sleepy. I'm gonna go and lay down and take a quick nap. And then I'm gonna post my video and everything. And he goes, okay, that sounds like a great idea. So I do that. I go for a nap. He decides, you know what? That sounds like a great idea too. So he starts napping next to me, which was oh so nice. I was like, hey, I'm warm for once. I'm not freezing. And he's like, you're stealing my warmth. I'm like, yay, warm. And I fall right to sleep. I zonked out. I was like, I was tired. And we get woken up like an hour later by Jaina knocking on the door. But usually we're trying to teach them, so like you knock on the door and you wait for us to say come in. She didn't wait for the come in. She just busted in after she knocked and then came up to my husband and went, Daddy? And he's like, huh? She goes, can I have some candy? She wanted a cookie. We're like, oh my God. So it didn't last very long. So she apparently was able to eat her lunch and everything, and now she was ready for a cookie. So we let them have a cookie. And then she tried to just get more candy. We're like, no more candy. No, you had a lot today. We were nice enough to let you have another cookie, but let's cool it on the sweets. And she did not like that, guys. Oh my goodness. She did not like that at all. But you know what? She's going to have to deal. And I am going to have to start talking to her a bit more. Like, because, oh my goodness. So, her little boyfriend, Jesse, he got her some Christmas gifts, and one of the Christmas gifts were like these little travel size like body spray stuff. And holy cow, that's so I'm scent sensitive, right? I like smells. Certain scents can really throw me off and give me a headache, like really bad. And I'm kind of fighting one right now because of this. Like, it's not bad right now, but if I go open that door, it's probably going to start going to a full-blown headache because of how perfumed the hallway is. And she was goodness, she just, guys, we've told her, I'm like, hey, don't spray too much. I'm like, one spray and then walk through, and then that should be enough, because that's how strong it is. I'm like, sometimes you can just put one spray on yourself and that's fine, but this kid, she's like all over the place, and I'm just like, kid, mommy gets headaches from this. I can smell this from downstairs. That's bad, right? And and she's just constantly doing it. So my husband told her, hey, if you keep doing this, we're gonna take away your perfume, because you can't just do this. And like, you gotta respect the fact that some people can't handle all that stuff, and that stuff's strong. Like, it's carrying all throughout the house. So so we're hopefully we'll be able to get a handle on this, because like, this is the second kid now using some sort of perfume stuff. I'm still have to get on to the first kid about body spray and stuff like that, like what to do. And I'm just worrying about the days when Michael starts having to use like Axe spray or anything like that, so I'm just like, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, my stomach is not going to stop growling, guys. I am so sorry. I think I'm going to call it here. Even though I want to talk to you guys more, so you guys don't have to hear my growling stomach. I hope it's not getting picked up on camera. I really hope so, because that's really embarrassing. With how loud it's gotten a couple of times. I really should have ate lunch, but I didn't. That's on me. That's really is on me. Um, but I'm kind of excited about pizza today, and I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to eat too many carbs. Um, and besides, I was like, I didn't feel like eating leftovers. I normally eat a lot of leftovers, and I just didn't. I wasn't in the mood for it today, or eating a sandwich, to be honest. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing. I hope you guys will be doing well. I hope you guys have a good Christmas. If you guys celebrate Christmas, if not, I hope you guys have a happy holidays. I'll see if I can post a video soon. You know, I want to be able to have an unboxing for you guys soon. So cross your fingers, especially since the weather has gotten a little bit warmer. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And it sounds like my husband's now going to go and get said pizza. I hear the garage door just opening. So, yay, pizza, food! I won't be starving anymore, guys. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!